my dear students. So once again welcome to Maths Plus. So already we started polynomials. We completed in online classes. Once again revision we started through video, means YouTube Plus. So in that exercise 2.3 I started and I took first bit also yesterday. So before that I taught one theorem. What is that? Remainder theorem. So remainder theorem is the one which gives a remainder without any long division method. So first bit is completed. Now we are moving to second bit of this exercise. So let me to write question on the board. Second bit. Find the remainder. Find the remainder when x cube minus ax square plus 6x minus a is divided by x minus a. So yesterday I told briefly how to divide, how to find a remainder without any long division. What did we? Let me to recall. So we took linear polynomial and we equated to 0 and we find the values of x. After finding value of finding the value of x, so you substitute in the given polynomial. So after simplification we are getting our remainder. See how? Now equated to 0. So the x minus a is equal to 0. What is x? X is equal to a. So now by remainder theorem, if p of x is a polynomial, then x minus a is a linear polynomial, then p of a is remainder. So let me tell once again. Now according to remainder theorem, so let p of x is equal to x cube minus ax square 6x minus a. So by theorem we need to substitute now x value as a, that is p of a is equal to a cube a into a square plus 6 into a minus a. Now open the bracket. So after open simplification, finally we will get our remainder. A cube. Once again a into a square, a cube plus 6 into a, 6a minus a. Plus a cube minus a cube, they cancel because of opposite sign. Now what left? 6a minus a, that is 5a. So what is the remainder when polynomial is divided by this linear polynomial? Means p of a is equal to 5a. So this is the remainder of this sum. So very simple. Let me to tell what we need to do. So we need to equate to 0 of the linear polynomial, get the value of x. Afterwards substitute in the given polynomial in the place of x a. So little simple simplifications is going. Afterwards is our answer is ready. So one more sum of this bit, means this question, third bit. Let me to write question on board. Check whether 7 plus 3x 7 plus 3x. Check whether 7 plus 3x 7 plus 3x is a factor of 3x cube plus 7x. So he gave one small example to understand about the factor. Before going to factor theorem. So we completed now on the remainder theorem. Depend upon remainder theorem, we solved some sums. Now we are going to understand the meaning of factor. If you understood factor, then we can understand easily factor theorem. So let me to explain with one ordinary example. What do you mean by factor? See, suppose 27 divided by 6. Is it a 6 factor of 27? Let me to check. 6 4 24, 3 remainder. So when remainder not equal to 0, then the given divisor is not a factor. It means unless not getting 0 in the remainder, we can't tell divisor is factor. Now see one more example. 30 divided by 6. Okay, 30 divided by 6. Let me to see what will come. 6 5 30. So here we got remainder 0. So once division took completely, remainder 0 means what? Division took completely. That divisor only called factor. In this case 6 is not factor because 3 remain as a remainder. Division not ends. But here we can tell 6 is a factor because we got remainder 0. So I hope now we understood better what you mean by factor. We need to check 7 plus 3x is a factor of that polynomial. It means according to that example, we need to get remainder 0. So when we took the x value, same as like a remainder theorem, after substitution in the given polynomial, up to here what we got? Numbers, 0, anything. But here we are not finding remainder. We are checking whether this polynomial is factor of this or not. According to this example, what we need? We should get remainder 0. Okay, let me to check now. Same procedure is same. Find the x value and substitute in the polynomial. Now 7 plus 3x is equal to 0. Keep x in LHS side, send number to RHS. Minus 7. When numbers are changing from LHS to RHS are moving from one house to another house, their sign will changing. Plus to minus, minus to plus. What is x? Only x is equal to minus 7 by 3. So as usual, what we did in remainder theorem, substitute x value in the given polynomial. Now p of x is equal to 3x cube plus 7x. Substitute x value. P of minus 7 by 3 is equal to 3 of minus 7 by 3 whole cube. Substitute x value plus 7 into minus 7 by 3. Okay. So what we did? We replaced x by minus 7 by 3. Open the bracket. So negative to the power of odd, always negative. And 7 cube. 7 cube, it is 7 into 7 into 7. So that is minus 343. 3 cube. 3 cube means 3 into 3 into 3. That is 27. 3 3 ja 9, 9 3 ja 27. That's all. Plus into minus, minus 7 7 ja 49 by 3. Cancellation. 3 1 ja 3 9 ja. What left? Minus 343 by 9 minus 49 by 3. Here you see, this is also minus and this is also minus. So because of both minus, okay, because of both minus, we will go to add only. Because of same sign we are adding. In the time of adding, are you getting 0? No. It means we can tell directly it is not equal to 0. Definitely. When we are adding two things, is it getting 0? Never. So therefore, we can write directly without wasting time, without doing anything. You can tell it is not equal to 0. So when remainder is not equal to 0, it means P of minus 7 by 3 is not equal to 0. It means remainder not equal to 0. Therefore 7 plus 3x is not a factor of P of x. So let me to explain one more time. Here we need to understand the word factor. Now only I told factor means it's a divisor. When we are dividing given polynomial, remainder should be 0. It means division completely. We need division complete. It means remainder should be 0. Same what we did in remainder theorem. Equal to 0, get the value of x. After finding x, substitute in the polynomial. Little simplification is going. After that, we check whether we are getting remainder 0 or not. If you got remainder 0, then you tell it is a factor. If you not got 0, remainder is not equal to 0, then definitely what is our conclusion? This given linear polynomial is not a factor of P of x. So in this way we understood what is the meaning of factor and we are entering in factor theorem now. So remainder theorem we know, just a little ahead of that factor theorem. So let me to explain factor theorem along with statement. Okay. Factor theorem. So let me to write first statement. Afterwards we will discuss about what it means. Okay. How to keep in mind by using small examples. Right. Factor theorem. Yes. What it tells? Statement. If p of x is a polynomial where degree n greater than or equal to 1. It is same in remainder theorem. What we told, always degree is greater than or equal to 1. Here also same. Next. And a is any real number. And a is any real number. A is any real number. Next, what happened? Then, first case, x minus a is a factor. X minus a is a factor. If p of a is equal to 0. Okay. Next one more. Second is if p of a is equal to 0, it implies x minus a is a factor. The factor of p of x. Okay. So let me to explain the statement. It is saying p of x is a polynomial of degree equal or more than 1. Equal or more than 1 degree. It is a polynomial in x. Degree must equal to 1 or more than 1. That is n greater than or equal to 1. As usual, a is any real number. So a is a constant. Real number means what? It is totally constant. Then here two things we are going to observe. What? X minus a is a factor. When it is a factor? If p of a is equal to 0. Just I told before example. We need to tell 6 is a factor of 30 when remainder is 0. Like that. In second, already if p of a is equal to 0, suppose p of a becomes 0, then what is our conclusion? It is telling us, it implies x minus a is a factor of p of x. So let me be clear. P of x is a polynomial and a is any real number. X minus a we need to tell it is a factor when p of a is equal to 0. It means remainder should come 0. In second, converse. We got remainder is equal to 0. Then what is converse? Definitely, if remainder we got 0, then definitely x minus a is a factor of p of x. So this is factor theorem. So just you go through the statement and have these two conditions. Let me to tell how p of x is a polynomial of degree equal or more than 1 and a is any real number or constant. Suppose x minus a is a divisor of p of x. When we are telling x minus a is a factor means if remainder should come 0. In second case, ulta, reverse. If remainder becomes 0, then given polynomial or linear polynomial is factor of p of x. So let me do 10 with one example. Now you are understanding better. Example. X plus 2. X plus 2. We are checking. Check. X plus 2 is a factor of polynomial x cube 3x square 5x plus 6. Okay. So we need to check whether it is a factor of that or not. As usual, we know that x plus 2 is equal to 0. It implies x is equal to minus 2. By factor 0, we need to equate to 0, which is a factor means, and we are getting x value. Substitute in this. Now, p of minus 2 is equal to, go in minus 2 whole cube plus 3 of minus 2 square, 5 of minus 2 plus 6. Minus 2 cube, definitely minus 2 into minus 2 into minus 2, minus 8. Minus 2 whole square, minus 2 into minus 2, 4. 4 3 ja, 12. 5 2 ja, 10. Plus into minus, minus 10 plus 6. Okay, check it. Take minus one side, plus one side. So this is 18 minus 18. 12 plus 6, 18. 8 minus 10 means minus 10 minus 8, minus 18. See, answer, both cancel. What you got? 0. It means p of minus 2 we got 0. See, second condition. If p of a is equal to 0, p of a is equal to 0, then definitely x minus a is what? A factor. Then given x plus 2 becomes what? A factor. So therefore, x plus 2 is factor of p of x. I hope now you understood factor theorem with this example. So by using the remainder theorem and factor theorem, we are going to solve now coming exercise. Means exercise number 2.4. Okay. Exercise 2.4. Yes. What is the first bit of this exercise? Determine which of the following polynomials has x plus 1 as a factor. Determine which of the following polynomials has x plus 1 a factor. I'm going to take one sum of this x cube, x square, x plus 1. So already we taught through online classes, we gave notes also. I hope you already notes, understood, practiced everything. One more time we need to do revision through the YouTube. See, this is the given polynomial and this is the factor. X plus 1 we need to check whether it is a factor of this polynomial or not. Let me to remind once again factor theorem. When we are telling given polynomial is a factor of the polynomial x, when remainder comes 0 means, if you got remainder 0, then you can tell given polynomial is a factor. How to find remainder? Once again take the help of remainder theorem. So just very easy. So use the remainder theorem, find the remainder. If remainder comes 0, then the given polynomial is a factor. Okay, what is the procedure? We already know. Equate the given polynomial to 0. What is it? X is equal to minus 1. Substitute the polynomial. Now, p of minus 1 is equal to, here we need to substitute minus 1 cube, minus 1 square, minus 1 plus 1. So carefully open the bracket. If little plus minus gone means our answer will coming wrong. Negative to the power of r, negative. So my 1 to the power of anything is 1 only. So minus 1 to the power of 3, that is minus 1. Negative to the power of even, plus 1. Plus into minus, minus 1, plus 1. You observe, minus 1, plus 1, minus 1, plus 1. So we got 0. Here I am not cancelled. Here I am not cancelled. They subtracted each other and shown by cancel. So they subtracted, or you can write like this, or plus 2 minus 2, that is 0. So like this, no problem. But we can understand it is called nullifies. Minus 1 plus 1 nullifies. Nullify means null, 0. Right. So we got remainder 0. So once we got remainder 0, by factor theorem, if remainder is 0, then the given polynomial is factor. Given linear equation is the factor of given polynomial. Write your answer. How? Therefore, remainder got 0. Therefore, x plus 1 is a factor of p of x. Instead of writing full, so you can write it is a polynomial in x. So this is what in this another 2-3 sums are there, but I will take one and last another one. Enough 2 sums to understand better. Very easy. So I will show one more sum. Before that, you please observe carefully how the things are coming. Means how you can solve easily. So go through one by one line. I hope you understood now. So now you are moving to another sum of this same kind. Another sum of this same kind. Okay. Let me to have one big. This is one more question. let P of x is equal to, this is fourth, x cube minus x square minus of 2 plus root 2 into x plus root 2. Okay? So let me explain question once again. Let me explain question. This is another polynomial of this same bit. X cube minus x square minus of this. Why I took this one means here we need to do some adjustment to get easy answer. For this polynomial, once again same. We need to check whether this linear is factor of 1. What is the procedure? Once again we need to find the P of minus 1. So if we got P of minus 1 is equal to 0, then it is a factor. Okay. That is same. So now P of minus 1 cube minus same. Here x plus 1 is equal to 0, then x is equal to minus 1. This is same for all. For all sums it is same because it is common factor for all. P of minus 1 cube minus 1 whole square minus of. Please bring this x to here. Okay? Bring this x here, afterwards you substitute. Okay? That's why it becomes easy. So this is minus 1 square plus 1 plus into minus 1. This is of minus 1 2 plus root 2 plus root 2 plus root 2. Okay. Open the bracket. Minus 1 minus into minus plus 1 and 2 plus root 2 root 2. So what? Just we are opening a bracket and observe how the things will come. So final open. Minus 1 or you can add it. You can add these two. Minus 2. Open this. 1 into 2 2. 1 into root 2. Now last is root 2. So minus 2 plus 2 gone. What left? Root 2 plus root 2. Don't confuse, don't add it. It is not 2 plus 2. It is root 2 plus root 2. Then what is the answer? It's just like a plus c. So some students are confusing. They are writing root 2 plus root 2 root 4. No. It is just like a plus a. A plus c. That is 2a. Okay? Just it is a variable. Right. Means it is a some symbol. That's all. Symbol, not a number. So root 2, that is 2 root 2. That is P of minus 1. What is our intention? Our intention to bring 0. So if it is not 0, then what is our conclusion? It is not equal to 0. Therefore, x plus 1 is not a factor of P of x. So when the time comes to check if something is a factor or not, what we are doing? We are finding value of x. Afterwards we are substituting that x value in the given polynomial. After simple simplifications, we are getting a remainder. If remainder comes 0, then only the given linear is factor. If it is remainder is not equal to 0, then x plus 1 is not a factor. So this is the total concept how to tell the given linear polynomial is a factor or not. So now we are moving to third bit, second bit of this sum. Okay, just we are going to take one more type of this. Second bit of this exercise. Second bit. So here also things are same. Just you see how. Let me read second question. Use the factor theorem to determine whether g of x is a factor of p of x in each of the following. So use the factor theorem. By factor theorem. So I am writing just only the main point of the question. By factor theorem. By factor theorem. Determine whether g of x is a factor of p of x in each of the following. Okay, in each of the following. Okay, right. So I will take one question. Only 3 are here, so very easy. Just you take first question as p of x is equal to 2x cube plus x square minus 2x minus 1. G of x is equal to x plus 1. So check it, question, what will do correct or not. Okay. So what we did in first bit, it is also same. So only thing, two observations will come in, abbreviations, p of x and g of x. There one factor only we check for all terms, all polynomials, and here for all polynomials different factors we need to check. Okay. By factor theorem, x plus 1 is equal to 0, then x is equal to minus 1. So I am always telling find the value of x and afterwards substitute in the given polynomial. Okay, now p of minus 1 is equal to 2 of minus 1 cube minus 1 square minus 2 of minus 1 plus minus 1. So I replace the x by its value minus 1. Minus 1 cube, minus 1 square, minus 2 of minus 1, minus 1. Now, open the bracket. Now, 2. This is what? Minus 1. 2 of minus 1. This is minus 1 square means plus 1. So, plus 1. Minus into minus, plus 2 on 2 and minus 1. Finally, plus into minus, minus 2, plus 1, plus 2, minus 1. Okay, observe carefully, same number with opposite sign. Definitely they are nullifies. So what we got? 0. So p of minus 1 we got 0. So we already know, if you got remainder as 0, then definitely g of x is a. When remainder we got 0, by factor theorem, given g of x is a factor of p of x. Therefore g of x is factor of p of x. So by using this concept, we can find given 1, 2, 3 sums of whether g of x is a factor of p of x or not. What is the procedure? Find the value of x. Afterwards, substitute in the polynomial. Do simple simplifications. You check whether remainder we got 0 or not. If you got 0, then definitely it is a factor. So I hope you students all enjoyed the class. Understood. So come to next class. We are continuing this exercise 2.4. Thank you. Have a good day.